Let's look at the unit cost of power.
Okay.
Okay. So what's the unit cost of power? Let's compare them. What will be the cost of nuclear compared to other sources existent here?
There is it. Nuclear, I will call it investment cost. It's always expensive.
Okay.
Very expensive. But there's one beautiful thing about it. When it comes to operation and maintenance cost, it's one of the lowest as compared to oil.
Wow.
So you think about it, I'm doing nuclear for the next 80 years. And I'm going to get a low cost of operation and maintenance for about 80 years. Or I do oil, or I do gas.
Okay.
Cheaper investments.
Yes.
But
the maintenance
higher cost of maintenance
and
operation. You need to choose as a country what you want. Now, when it comes to costs, the generation cost, in countries we have seen and have done this. For nuclear in China, it's around 3 cents per kilowatt hour.
Okay. 3 cents?
Yes.
What's our cost here on hydro and thermal?
Hydro is around 3 cents. In fact, hydro in terms of Akosombo, it's around 3.5 cents, 3 cents per kilowatt hour. Now, for
thermal,
you are talking about 10 and over, 12 cents per kilowatt hour. So
times.
So you ask yourself.
Oh, when thermal is dominant here now.
Thermal is, we are close to 70% thermal in this country.
That's why prices just keep going up.
We don't have an option. Prices will go up. PURC will keep reviewing the prices. Then it's not coming down. Nobody should think that we are going to get low tariffs. It's not going to happen in this country till we change the energy mix that we have. If we keep adding on thermal, we are going to keep paying more. But we have an opportunity. Let's not lose hope.
When is your institute giving us the plant?
So my institute is more of program. So we don't control projects.
Okay.
Project is handled by another institution called the Nuclear Power Ghana. That is led by Dr. Stephen Yamwa.
We need to find him.
Yes. He will be able to tell you this project is coming on at this time. But at the program level, since we planned the program, we know that nuclear is supposed to come on by 2030. And that is one thing. Nuclear is not something you want today, tomorrow you get. No.
Okay.
It's a sensitive technology. It's a life-changing technology. Nobody will give it to you on a silver platter.
Okay.
Because when you have resources like Ghana, when you have gold, you have iron.
Yeah.
Recently, you have lithium.
Yeah.
And you have nuclear, you become one of the most powerful nations. And the most powerful subcontinents or sub-Saharan African nation.
Country, yeah.
So you need to take your time, get that resource that is able to then help you develop what you have under the earth. And nobody gives you on a silver platter. It takes 10 to 15 years to develop and have a nuclear project.
So is that 2030 doable for us now?
2030 is very doable. Very, very doable. We've been diligent with our work as a commission and an institute.
Okay.
The Nuclear Power Ghana have been diligent with their work as a project developer.
Okay.
And we are heading toward what we need most from both parties. I'm not going to be
political about this. Yeah.
It's let's have a vision as a country that we are doing this, so that it doesn't matter the political space.
A forward vision that
we need to have a forward vision as a country, as a nation, that we are doing this.
Yeah.
And I'm not just talking about power.
Okay.
I'm talking about power that has the ability to change how we even think.
At the fabrics of the society.
Let me just give you an example, and then we can jump into other things, of course. Akosombo came around 1950s.
Okay.
The same 1950s, we did the Temamoto way. I want you to check something. And anybody watching, kindly check this, especially the civil engineers. Check the quality of
The
Akosombo
motorway.
Dam.
Yeah.
1960s. That's when Akosombo and all those things came around. Check the quality of concrete of the dam. Check the quality of the concrete
Of the highway. Okay.
There is a correlation there. So such large technologies, such specialized technologies also influence your quality.
Okay.
And even how your people are trained and how they think. So whenever you have nuclear, you won't have Ghana Standards Authority doing what they are doing. They are doing great, but still at the basis.
Yeah.
You need to elevate it to another level of expertise to be able to check the quality of things that are coming in. And you can only do that with a technology like nuclear.
Ooh. Wow.
So that's what we need to get to. We will talk about industry, I'm very sure. So we will need to get industry to a certain point, not just quality, but be able to play a role in whatever happens in Africa. Trust me, when the plants in Egypt are done,
they're taking over that region.
Of course, and possibly they will take over our region in terms of production. People may not even have to go to China and import again.
Okay.
There's a lot of money sitting on this continent.
So if really Ghana could do this automatically, our economy just, You
elevate, you see, forget about the power plant coming online. Let's start from this place. Let's start from the power plant being built. If we are talking about a $6 billion
I was going to ask about the cost.
Let's take a $6 billion project. 30% of that $6 billion project is construction.
Yeah.
We can get our construction industry shaped up in a very short time
to take care of that.
Participate in this 30%. Already, if we are doing
that's
that,
employment,
we're taking 30% local participation, and that is huge.
Of course.
There's money sitting in this country. I'm not talking about research. I'm not talking about the education sector. I mean, just 30% of construction. Imagine the number of people that is going to be employed. Imagine the number of people, the ripple effect.
And families.
It's an industry that pays very well. Unfortunately, now I'm not paid that well.
Don't worry. They can hear us. It's coming.
So, we need to get to that point where the technology is not just for power, but has the ability to change lives.
Yeah.
And that's why I believe in this Ghana Beyond Aid. But unfortunately, our policies as a country doesn't involve energies like nuclear.
This nuclear technology is interesting.
It has to involve such a technology to change the shape of our economy, to change how we think as a people.
Yeah.
Because today, if I mention safety, you will tell me our safety record as a country is very bad.
All round.
Exactly. But nuclear has the ability to change how we even think about safety.
How do you mean?
So you enter the Ghana Atomic Energy Commission, and I ask you a question. How do you see the place?
Yeah.
Even in my small building as an institute, without a certain clearance, you can't enter.
Okay.
You need to be cleared in a certain way. We need to think in a certain manner so that we have what we call zero margin for error.
Yeah.
In our work. So whatever we do, it needs to be documented. Even how we write our documents.
It's different.
It's different because it's documented. You can't write just anyhow. You need to write with a certain arrangement. So that is how we think.
Systematic all round.
And people are like, oh, these are Buklong people. No, we are not Buklong people. Things need to work in a certain way.
No, but when things are done right, of course, I mean, it yields.
So it will even change the way we think as a people. And that's where we need to get to as a country as quickly as possible. And the political elite needs to support us on this. Because again, since it's a long project, a long program duration, 10 to 15 years,
Okay.
it will cut across all political divisions.
A number of, yeah.
So we shouldn't be like, no, it's MPP, NDC, CPP. No, 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 no. It's not about that. It's about a nation and how we want to build
national
a nation.
Progress.
And that's how we need to think as the people.
How do we get there? You know, there's definitely a major setback. Is it about the funding of it? Is it about just the leadership making the decision we're going? What do you think is the central setback?
So nuclear is not just about money. Nuclear is about a vision.
Okay.
So whoever is in the seat of the president must have that vision, because nuclear is about leadership.
Yeah.
Leadership for safety and leadership for that vision to be driven.
That's it.
So if you leave it to Ghana Atomic Energy Commission, Ghana Atomic Energy is just a research institution.
Exactly.
It doesn't have the mandate to make decisions on behalf of government. Even voting at the International Atomic Energy Agency, we need to seek clearance from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Okay.
So
it's not absolute. It has to come from the top.
Exactly the point. And that is where our political elite needs to then see that Atomic Energy Commission is just a tool that needs to be used well in their hands.
But can you educate us more? Because we don't get much education coming from your side, you know. If you have to educate the populace more, because I realized that this is information, it should be part of us. It's everyday information, because it has a really good effect on us, okay? It can change so much. So if education is up there and we know that these are the benefits to the society, to the economy, and it's common knowledge, I think that can also help the populace push that, hey, we need this.
Yes.
That also helps leadership to wake up.
So I think we are in the process of the education, and that's the reason why when you requested I come here, I came.
You thought, great.
And we are in that process of education. It will take some time.
Yeah.
Especially when you have people who have formed attitudes, who have formed mindsets.
Yeah.
Even professors.
To get the unlearning done is not easy.
The point. It's not an easy task.
Yeah.
So we will continue the education process. We've engaged a lot of people, including parliamentarians and all that.
Great.
Who are now becoming aware of the power that nuclear holds.
Okay.
And yes, they support us. But again, we need to get it to a very high level at the presidency. I'm glad the president made an announcement based on the work that has been carried out that, hey, Ghana is going nuclear.
Good.
But we need more than just an announcement. We need more action to be put in place. We need to make sure that the various institutions are working together to make sure this project actually happens.
Yeah, it happens in good time.
It happens in good time,
and saves us cost on power.
Of course.
Yeah, because if this is saving us cost on power, this is helping industry, and lots of jobs will be created, right?
Exactly.
Yes, and that's something that government already battles with, because there's so much unemployment. So all these things, I mean, it's just nuclear power, but it doesn't tend to be just, because the ripple effect is
huge.
Enormous.
There is something that I may want us to look at. See, we talk about job creation. Job creation. What we don't talk about is skill development.
Okay.
So if you are able to give a skill, attitude, knowledge to a person, you've actually built the competence of that person.
Yeah, very important.
We are working with the US government, with the support of the ministry, to make sure that we have a skill development center that is nuclear grade.
Okay.
Not just for the nuclear industry, because once you are nuclear grade, you are up there.
Okay.
But then you can work for other grades. So that when the nuclear space now fully opens up, we have the young people who have the skill to now participate.
I was actually going to ask how it's going to be managed.
So in terms of management, I think we have a system in place, or we are working on a system to be in place, because not everything is ready, because there's a management system that needs to be developed.
Okay.
To make sure that the program and the project runs very
Is
well.
the Skills Development Center already
So
set?
Skill Development Center is something we are still talking to the US government about.
Oh, okay.
So it's not fully set up.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be set up at the Ghana Atomic Energy Commission. Because Ghana Atomic Energy Commission mandate is quite something else when you look at it. It's not just research, it's commercialization,
it's a whole lot.
Training.
Yeah.
So about 3 different things playing over there. And that's why I always say...
You have an educational institute in there, right? What's it called?
School of Nuclear and Allied Sciences. And that's why it's cool for my master's. For now, it's graduate school. But with time, we need to get back down there and make sure that skill is transferred to the people. And then the people can then go out. Trust me, Ghana can be a hub for skills
obviously,
that are lacking on the continent.
We enjoy being the first of everything.
Of course, and we have to be the first in this.
Yes, so if we are really the gateway, then we've got to be the gateway.
Exactly the point.
We really have got to be this. But I mean, I actually envisage this discussion to be more energy and more, because this is Energy Quest. But it's been such an eye-opener, really. It's just taught me so much, because just like most of my viewers, we hear nuclear, we know, oh, that's war, that's Hiroshima, that's, but it's amazing what it's going to do for our economy, for Africa, for eradication of poverty and employment and all that. Thank you so much for giving us this. We would appreciate you give us your last words, whatever you'd want to tell my viewers on nuclear technology and nuclear energy and its benefits to us, whatever message you'd want to give our leaders as well, as far as this is concerned.
We woke up one day and all of a sudden there's something like green aluminium.
Green?
Aluminium.
Aluminium, okay.
Meaning that we need to refine our aluminium ore, or the bauxite, with green energy.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it just came. And we have a lot of bauxite sitting down there. If we want that green aluminium, because now you go to the market and you need to show that I produced
that it was
this
green,
from
it was not just
a renewable or a clean energy source.
Okay.
And nuclear gives you the opportunity, because it's a dense energy source that produces energy without carbon dioxide, without SOx, without NOx. It produces no greenhouse gas.
Wow.
So
it stops on emissions as well.
Yes. And that's how come France has been able to achieve its emission targets.
That's the secret.
And they are not telling anybody. I'm telling you today.
That's the secret.
So this is it. We need to move to a sustainable green energy source, and nuclear provides that opportunity. Fortunately for us, we have another opportunity, another shot at nuclear. We missed the opportunity in the 1960s.
With Nkrumah.
As the youth bulges in this country and in Africa, we need to give another hope of industrialization to this country.
Another
and we
opportunity.
Can do that through nuclear. If we don't get it this time, I don't know when we are going to get the opportunity again. So let's do this. Let's do this with the commitment of the nation. Let's not just look at the personal gains or the individualism, but let's be the patriotic people that we are meant to be, to make sure that this project happens and happens for the good of this country. Thank you very much.
Thank you too, Kofi. Thank you very, very much for being on Energy Quest. Thank you for giving the opportunity for Ghanaians and Africans to hear truth. And thank you also for sitting in your place, in your position, to educate and to contribute towards the next level of industrialization and energy. I know that with your help and that of your team, definitely Ghana is going to be a true gateway when it comes to this as well. Viewers, I'm very sure that you'd have to watch this episode over and over and over again because there's so much to consume in here. So thank you for also sitting still. Enjoy every bit of it and pick up your pen and note them down because we've discussed so much that gives you business opportunities. We've discussed so much that just educates you on nuclear. You've discussed so much that you can also educate other people on. And as we always do on Energy Quest, we demystify the energy sector and add value. Remember to click on the subscribe button if you haven't done that already. Till we meet again. Ciao.